Okay, you guys, well, I am always excited to be able to just share and give back what I've been able to learn, because I truly believe it was an answer to prayer that God set me free so that I could spend the rest of my life sharing with other people how to set people free. My shirt says I'm the exit plan because that's what I work on. In the end of the day, when you think about what I do, I'm setting people free by teaching people how to build residual leveraged income. And I was talking to a friend of mine last night on the phone at 11:30 at night, who's about my age and has 2 kids, and she's telling me, Darla, I just don't get how my husband and I can't figure it out. We work so hard, we don't ever take vacations, we don't do anything extravagant, we have 2 kids, I drop them off at daycare at 7, I pick them up at night at 7, and I can't figure out why everybody else can figure out how to, and you know, in my mind it's like, you know that movie where the little kids could see dead people? That's me. I can see this so easily. I don't know a lot. I don't know north from south, east from west. I don't know freeways. I don't know astrology from astronomy. I can't tell you which is which. I don't know how to spell exercise or, you know, Mississippi. But, you know, but I do, for some reason, I am gifted in a few things. I can do a mean haircut. I can color any, I can make you look tall and skinny. I can make you look, you know, I can change your makeover, and I can teach you how to build a business. It's what I've always done. I'm not educated school-wise. I dropped out of school in my senior year, finished on paper. If I got a C, I got to go for ice cream. Books were just not my thing. And entrepreneurism has always been my thing because I learned just a few core things really young, and that was, one was leverage. You cannot create wealth with the works of your own 2 hands, period, plain and simple. If you use your hands to go work, you're never going to be free, because if your hands are not engaged in the process, you cannot keep making money if you're not there with your hands. And so I learned that quickly when I became a hairdresser. I could make a lot of money doing hair, but I couldn't not do hair to make money, and I couldn't hold my child if I was holding a pair of shears and a comb. I couldn't go on vacation if I was holding a pair of shears and a comb. I wasn't making money if I wasn't holding a pair of shears and a comb. And so I quickly learned that I needed to get other people working for me, and did really well in that. I built what was called a network of hairdressers. And if you think about any successful business, any successful organization, whether it's a church, whether you're an author and you have a lot of fans and followers, whether you're a famous person, celebrity, you've got a lot of supporters, you've got a lot of clients, customers, friends, family, whatever, and that's called a network. A large group of people is called a network, period. It's what you wrap that network in is what puts it in its category. Whether my 16,000 clients that came to my hair salons, that was my network, okay? And those 16,000 clients were serviced by 49 sets of hands that used to cut each other's hair. And I was at the top of that pyramid structure, and that's just business. And that's how I made my money, a little bit off of a whole bunch of efforts instead of 100% of my own. And how did that get to be that way? Is I trained them all. I went out first and I learned how to do hair. And I got really good at doing hair, and then I started teaching other people and teaching them. Let me teach you how to do hair. I'll hire you to work for me so I can make money off you. Let me teach you how to do hair so I can hire you to work for me, and I'll make money off you too. Now let me teach you how to teach somebody else how to do hair so they can make money for you, and I can make money off both of you. You know, and that's how it worked. And let me open a salon over there so I can service all your hair, and then I'm going to open a salon over there so I can service all your hair. And this was how my world started, as a little girl with a dream. That I was born and raised in Palm Springs, and my dream was I was going to own the largest salon and day spa out there with the most expensive prices, catering to all the celebrities. And that was my dream, and everybody laughed at me. Oh, you're such a big dreamer. You know, and that's what I did. I held this dream in my head, and I implemented it, and I started it. And I didn't even realize until I came to send out cards, when I look back on the life, that the way I built it is exactly what this company does. And that's why I've been able to do so well, because I see dead people. It's something I've done before. I don't really see dead people, but you guys get what I mean, right? I actually see you all in your underwear, and 4 of you don't have any on. But you know, I'm just kidding. So I knew that I needed to build a business starting at scratch, from somebody who just graduated beauty school, to taking my haircuts to be $100 for men and $200 for women and $500 to get your hair cut and highlighted. How was anybody going to do that? I wasn't going to do it from advertising. I wasn't going to do it by putting big billboards out there and saying, come to my salon and pay these ridiculous prices. I was going to do it by How to Win Friends and Influence People, a book that I read when I was really young. How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you've never read it, read it. Read it. You know, I stand in front of rooms all day long. Thousands of people, not all day long, all through my life. I stand in front of rooms all the time and speak on these topics. And I can stand in front of a room and I can say, who here has read all these books right here? And it's always the people that are making money. The ones who have not read these books are the ones that are just getting started, like I did, you guys. When I got started, I hadn't read any of these books. Now I have them all under my belt. This is my PhD right here. My PhD is not in a classroom. I took my daughter to high school orientation yesterday, and these kids are walking with these books about this big, and you can barely carry them, and they don't get backpacks today. And I'm like, worthless. None of this is going to teach my daughter how to make money, you know, but yet I'll pay her to read these books because I want her to understand how not to be an employee, but to be an entrepreneur. An employee works for an entrepreneur. An employee is leverage. An employee is my hairdressers. Do you get it? My hairdressers worked for me, and I made a lot of money off of them. And so my hairdressers were called a unit of distribution. Let's put it in simple terms. A unit of distribution puts everybody in the same category. Whether you're an employee or a soda machine, whether you're a kiosk in the mall that sells cell phones, these are all the same thing. There's something that creates a revenue income for someone else, okay? Whether it's stocks, apartments, malls, you name it, they're all the same. You've got to create units of distribution in order to create an exit plan. If not, you're going to just go straight into your grave doing what you've done for the last 30 years, trying to figure it out. And that's what I want people to learn, because if I can set more people free, then what do you have? You have time and knowledge to go set somebody else free. And my biggest passion is setting moms free, because I come from a mom who tells me all the time, honey, I wished I could have given anything to raise you kids. And you guys, it was horrible to not have a mom around because she was working 3 jobs all the time and I was raised at daycare. She says, I don't know how you did it, but I sure am glad you figured it out. You lived a life that I would have given anything to live, you know, and because I'm a present parent. I'm a present parent, I'm a present daughter, I'm a present wife. I do these events not because I have to, I do these events because I want to. Because this is my way to give back to an industry that gave my life back. Does that make sense to you guys? So if I can inspire you or teach you one thing that you can leave here today and apply, that one thing makes a difference. I get chills on my arms. Because it's just a combination of every day learning one thing, taking one tiny little step forward, one more tiny little step forward. I like to compare the analogy to, you know how some of those kids have their holes like this on their ears, you know? How did it start? They didn't have pierced ears when they were born. It came with a desire at first. They thought, you know what? That looks kind of cool. I want to have that. I want to go for that. I'm willing to go through what it takes to get that. Hey, how did you do that? Where'd you go to get that started? Well, I went and I got a gauge, whatever they're called, right? And then how does it work from there? It hurts for a few days till it builds its texture and its callus and its strength. You can't stretch it overnight. You'll rip it, right? And then they go get it a little bit bigger and it hurts again, and then they get used to it and then it goes away. Then they go get it a little bit bigger and it hurts again. What happens if they take it out and they lose it and they don't put it back? It shrinks right back down. They have to go do it again, right? That is why it takes every day of a constant applied effort every single day. You have to believe every day, and you have to have the focus every day, and if you stop, you have to start over. I have a couple people in this room here that are starting over, and that's okay. Keep starting over every day. I start over every day on my diet. Do you guys know that? Every day. Every day. This morning I walked in here because I was running late, and I had one of those things. So how far did I make it today? Right? But it's my own conscious effort, because I know that tomorrow I'll start again today. And because it happened in the morning, I'm like, well, maybe I'll start again at noon. Yeah, I'll start again at noon. And you know, I just play these start again games in my mind because I know that if somebody else has done it, I can do it too. Plain and simple. Show me somebody who's done what it is that I want to learn how to do. Let me interview them and ask them a few questions. And my questions are these questions. Do you have to have any type of schooling or education to do that? Do I have to pass a test or study any books? Do I have to learn any special skills, or do I have to learn anything to do that? Has anybody else done this without any of those skills? Okay, show me how I can do it too. And that's exactly how the process works. Okay, so I only have a block window of time to infuse upon you guys what it is that I want to convey. So it's all about building a network. When I had my salon, when I started my dream, I knew I needed to build a big network. How many people here are in sales or work a job where your paycheck is influenced by a new customer? Raise your hand. Perfect. Can you guys tell me what your fields are?
Real estate.
Travel, healthcare.
Who else? Real estate?
Insurance.
Insurance?
Custom wiring.
Mortgage? What is it?
Custom wiring.
Custom wiring? Financial planning? There's got to be a hairdresser. No, it's Saturday. There's no hairdressers in the room on Saturday. You're a hairdresser? Oh, that's right. Okay. So listen to me. I'm going to prove to you that you're all the same. Every single one of you are going to tell me that your most solid, best customer came from a referral, not from a billboard, not from a newspaper ad, not from a clipping in a paper, not from anything like that. They came from somebody else that came to you and told a friend. Are we to agree on that? Yes. Unless you work in a company where they feed you leads. Okay, some people are in those companies where they'll feed you leads. So strip it away. If your business is highly successful and you're booked solid, you're filled with the majority of people that came from referrals. Where did they come from? They came from another referral. Where did those people came from? They come from another referral. Where did they come from? They came from another referral. If you keep asking people, how did you hear about me? And they're going to tell a person, how'd you hear about me? 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 Do you get it? It all started when I initially had a dream and I said, okay, you guys, I'm going to open a hair salon. Come in and I'm going to cut your hair for free the first time, and then I want you to go out and tell everybody about it. Go tell a friend. Go tell a friend, right? And it's from there where people lose it all because they do not know how to keep people happy. So here's what I'm going to prove to you. I'm going to prove to you that the number one reason why a customer leaves your business is not because of price or service. My haircuts were the most expensive in town. I started at $25 like everybody else, and while they ran sales and did promotions and did specials, I kept raising my price and raising my price and raising my price because I kept growing my appreciation and my gratitude. My customers that started with me stuck with me all the way to the end. I had people with me for 19 years. My very first client that came to me while I was in beauty school came to my salons and stayed with me and paid those ridiculous prices all the way to the very end. And that is, so the number one reason why a customer will leave your business is not because of price, I proved it, and not because of service. And get this, I was a school. We fried people's hair. My people were all students. None of them went to beauty school. I went to the State Board of Cosmetology and got a license to be a master trainer because I didn't like what was coming out of beauty school. I needed to do it myself so I could train them how to do current day hair because beauty school is 1953 blue roller perm rod hair, right? They don't do what we do today in hair. And so what that meant is every single one of you that walked in off the street and said, I want my hair done, you were done by somebody who didn't have the license and was learning how to do hair. That's it. And so the number one reason why a customer will leave your business or your team or your network is not because of price or service. It's a perceived indifference that they think you don't care about them. It's a perceived indifference that they think you don't care about them. I want you to stop and think about one of you that go to a friend's restaurant and you don't really like their food. You go to your friend who's your best friend who's a hairdresser and she really doesn't do your hair that good. You go to whatever. You're going somewhere and you only go there because they're your friend and you don't and you really love them and you care about them because they make you feel special. Okay? Your accountants, your bookkeepers, your all that. It's all the same. So if that's the case and you guys are nodding up and down and shaking your head about that, this is the tool that changes everything. So when I started my salons, we implemented immediately cards, but this is back before even the internet. So we had mail rooms in our salons and we had employees that did nothing but print out white postcards with black ink that printed labels and sent these cards out. Thank you for the visit. Thank you for the referral. Haven't seen you in a while. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Just because we care about you, $5 off your next visit, okay? We flooded our people with gratitude and appreciation. I would hold appreciation parties a couple times a year and invite customers that were our loyal customers in just to show appreciation. And so every time you do this, you're building your, we had the most solid referrals you could get in the industry, like insane referrals like you wouldn't believe. We started our salon with just me, and fast forward to having 49 total employees doing 16,000 heads of hair. That's a lot of business. From doing nothing, what I could produce, to doing $3 million a year. $3 million a year, okay? That is how you grow a network. Think about it. I'm in a small town. If you think about Palm Springs, it's a small valley. It's just 11 cities put together, kind of like the island of Hawaii, where everybody's just in one closed place. And when it's a brick and mortar structure, you can only do the people that'll be willing to drive to you. We mastered this appreciation marketing so well. I used to have people that would fly in, their limos would pick them up at the airport, come park in front of our establishments. They'd come in, the second they walked in the door, they were treated like royalty through gratitude and appreciation, and they were celebrated. And so now with this system, you guys, it's made it so much easier. There's no payroll anymore, there's no printing anymore, there's no labels anymore, there's no, all that cost of overhead and taxes and everything and time that it takes to pay people to do that. It's instantaneously. So when you guys are thinking about your dream clientele, just stop and think about, if I could choose my dream clientele, what would they look like? Who would they be? Where do they live? Where do they eat? Where do they shop? Just stop for a minute. Who are they related to? What churches do they go to? What part of town do they live in? That's what you have to stop for a minute. And if you're gonna have a business by design and a life by design, you better design it, because I want to see what it looks like. Just like how I took my blueprints of plans to the architect and to the contractors, and I said, this is what I want it to look like. You build it. You build it, okay? It's the same thing here. If you know Jim McCord, if you haven't heard of him, he perfected it. Jim McCord never sold more than a $200,000 home, and he said, I'm gonna try and land $1 million home with these cards. Just an idea. And he did it, and he's like, I get it now. I'm gonna attract these people to me. So this is my biggest awareness, my aha. In my salons, I created a world where people referred people to me. Then the crash came and the internet came at the same time. Facebook, internet, and the '08 crash came. So what did that do to me? Not only did I stop mailing because I thought it was easier to do social media and emails, it was faster. I could get rid of my employees to cut down on my overhead. Okay, I could do it easier, more conveniently, click of a button. What did I do? I removed the personal touch. I saved the money, but I removed the personal touch. At the same time, while the crash was coming and making people realize they need to cut back, I cut back on my appreciation and my gratitude, and the two worked together in the opposite direction. Do you get it? It was the biggest aha and awareness that I got after I got into send-out cards and realized what I can teach people to do that I did years ago, that, oh my gosh, I get it now, it's so clear. When you take away that personal touch, it went cold. So since 2008, we've raised 10 years of kids that have come up with no personal touch. My daughter is the only one in any children of her friends that sends cards. The only one, the only one. And it wasn't that way 10 years ago. I was raised on writing cards. My mom made us all write cards. We all had to, remember that? It doesn't happen anymore since social media came. So I'm bringing back the personal touch, and that's what we're all doing. So if you think about what your dream clientele is going to be and what your dream network is going to be, now you have to attract them into your life. So in my salons, I attracted them in. Social media came. I reinvented my life in network marketing, and then I had to learn how to go out and go get people. I had to go out. I had to start going and doing home meetings, and I had to start traveling around the country to go get in all these home meetings and events everywhere. I had to leave my family. I was traveling not for fun. I was going around. I was just going. Which, that's how you build a network marketing business. That's how you do network marketing. You go out and you have to go sell your product and educate people and convince people and do all that kind of stuff. Go meet people everywhere. That's what network marketing is. And so I did very well in that company. And then, like in all business, not just network marketing, just like in my salons and all these other businesses that you see going out of business, that company went out of business too. So at that time, I had to make a decision. What was I going to do? There's only a few ways to make money, and you guys really pay attention to this. You can either work a job where you're never going to make enough money to make 6 figures, or retire early, or make millions, or have time to raise your own children. So working jobs are not an option for me. And when I say a job, I mean a trade your time for money thing. I will never sink my feet into anything that can't show me a proven system to pay me multiple 6 figures. It's just not going to happen, and it doesn't exist, so it's not an option. So then I can be self-employed, and that just means I'm my own boss. I still can't make 6 figures and multiple millions and own my own time if I'm my own employee. So then I can be a traditional business owner again, but I don't have the time or the overhead or the capital to go build another business, nor do I want to get in that exhaustion again. It's such an overhead. So that is when I realized I'm a network marketer. That's when I put my coat on and I said, you know what? This is the best industry on the planet. Everybody's got to go work for a living. Why not work for a living that allows you to be able to have time freedom and go help other people where in a job you can't? You can only help your customers, your boss's customers as they come to the cash register and they need to make a transaction, okay? And so that's when I fell in love with network marketing. I didn't even realize it was network marketing in the beginning. So then my second business I get into was a health and wellness business, because that was the big boom, health and wellness. And so now here I am again, going out and I'm teaching people and giving samples and products and blah, 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 all that. And so then that company also went away. It's back open again under a different name. And so now I get in send out cards. And here's what I've learned almost 2 years into send out cards, is I'm doing exactly what I did in my salons, 100%. I have created a way to attract people into my life. I no longer have to go get them like I did in my other network marketing companies. I have simply found the same system that I did in my salons, but I am applying it to people of all types of industries and all types of jobs and all types of businesses, all types of desires and all types of needs. So here's what goes through my mind every day, is how can I touch somebody new and somebody different? And that's what I want to give you guys, is those ideas, because it works in every career. Every career that out there that's looking to attract a higher clientele, a higher demographic, another new customer, a new friend, you're going to do it the exact same way. And that is by sending the cards out and letting the cards touch people in an emotional way. I have created reverse network marketing with this company. Reverse network marketing. I don't have to go out. I don't go out. I have never experienced a network marketing company where I can take a shy person who's introverted and say, oh my God, yes, you can do this. Where I have told many shy introverted people, this is going to be hard for you. Before you can go make it in network marketing, you're going to have to break out of your shell, and you're going to have to learn how to be outgoing, and you're going to have to learn how to go talk to people. 2 of the hardest things that a shy introverted person can do. Okay? It's part of their character. But why is it that they can get into network marketing and they can make a success? Why is it? Who knows why?
You're sending cards.
Yes. Shy introverted people have the same as we do on the inside. We just have the ability to open our mouth and speak it. But they think it. And they think it even deeper than we think it. So a card arrived in the mail from me, and a card arrived in the mail from a scrap metal guy, or a shy person that never goes to parties and never goes out, is more powerful than me. Do you get that? Because it's expected from me. It is not expected from a man. It's not expected from someone who's shy. It's not expected from someone who's burly and callous-handed and grizzly or maybe a gratitude card is not expected from someone who's negative, grumpy, and not a kind person. It is the most powerful tool I have ever seen. And so I want to share stories with you guys to give you vision of what to do. So for example, and if you guys don't follow me on Facebook, follow me, because I teach this on my Facebook wall because I want people to learn it. So like, do things. Facebook is my best friend. I have made, no lie, millions of dollars off of Facebook, and let me tell you why. People put their best memories with their photoshopped pictures of their favorite pictures up there. I don't have to wonder if they're going to think it's a bad picture. right? I don't have to wonder about that. And I don't have to go in and Photoshop it and edit it. They've already done it. They've already shared their best memory. And even though they're sharing their child's first tooth moment, in 1 month they will not remember that post, and they won't even remember the day that it happened. But they will when I take that post and that picture of that child's tooth and I send it back to them and I say, enjoy the memory on print, whatever. You know, something simple like that. That is how you make lasting impressions. So yesterday on Facebook, my friend made this post about women and whatever, and it said, repost this post, put your age, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Do you get where this one went? It's already going crazy, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So I posted it, and I put my picture of me and my age, and people are just posting their best picture, best picture, best picture, best picture, best picture, best picture, best picture. What am I going to do with all those pictures? Yes, and half of these people I don't even know. Half of them I don't even know. They just want to post a beautiful picture of themselves and be a part of this post, right? So I go to their Facebook, I go to their Messenger, and I say, great picture, thanks for participating. What's your mailing address? And I have no anxiety for doing that, because here's why I know. If I ask 10 and 7 reply and give me their address, I don't remember who the other 3 are. Do you get it? I just feed it every single day, every single day. We just finished with back to school. I want you to think about who your dream clientele is. If you're a bookkeeper and you want the mayor of the, not a bookkeeper, if you're a realtor, here's one. Let's say you're a realtor and you want the mayor of the town to be your client and they don't even know you're alive, right? How do you impress on that person? You go to their Facebook page, and it's a public page, okay? And you find their grandkids' school pictures being posted going back to school. And you send those to the city of the school and say, I just want you to know I've thoroughly enjoyed living in your city. You may or may not know me, but I've lived here for X number of years, and I happen to see your grandkids' back to school pictures being posted because I follow your son or daughter, whatever, and I just thought you would enjoy these for your desk. Do you think he's going to remember who you are or call you and say, oh my gosh, who are you? It happens all the time. I have put this to the test and proven it so many times I could write a book. I probably should. I have a friend, Nikki Sixx, his favorite magician, if you call those people, I don't even know if they're, rock star, I guess, is Nikki Sixx. And he called me one day, and he's like, I have to show you the screenshot from my phone just to prove this. But one drunk night, I said, I'm going to try something. And he went and pulled some Nikki Sixx pictures off of the Facebook, and he found the guy's manager, sent him a card and brownies, and got a 1 hour and 20-minute phone call from the guy. Yeah, it works. And so, like, for example, tons of examples. When you go to Facebook every morning, there really is true validity to the law of reciprocity. I never heard of the law of reciprocity until I got into this business. I had only knew of the law of attraction. I had studied The Secret, big time. If you've never read The Secret or watched The Secret, do it. The power of the law of manifestation is humongous. You really do get what you speak. And that's why a lot of you, I constantly am on you about, don't speak like that. Don't speak like that. Change the way you say, change the words that come out of your mouth, and what you're saying is happening, not what you wish wasn't happening in your life. And it will happen. And that is the X factor. So many people don't get it. I watch them every day on Facebook. My life sucks, can't I get a break? No, you can't, actually. No, it's true. And I don't have a problem telling someone that. I would rather try and help someone than not, you know, and that's okay. If it hurts their feelings, at least it makes them think, and then they'll think twice, you know. So I understood the law of attraction, and it worked really well. The law of attraction is I'm going to get a parking lot right up front, I'm going to drive right up, and I'm going to get the first spot, and you do, or I'm going to walk in and be able to get the best seat in the house, you know. Those things work, but those are those are all things coming towards you. Coming your way. Money's falling into my bank account. People are calling me on a daily basis to sign up, which I still work that. It works great. And so, and it does. Every morning I wake up and I say, I just can't wait to see who the lucky person is today that's going to call me. And it's serious. Last night at 11:30, I get a call from a girl I haven't heard of in years. And she's like, I don't even know if you remember me, but I don't know how, but I was on Facebook and I saw one of your videos and I got watching it, and oh my gosh, and I asked my friend, my old sister-in-law, what is she up to today? And she's like, I don't know, something with cards, and and she's like, well, I'm going to call her. And now, so what she doesn't realize is she manifested me into her life because she wants to be home to raise her children. She drops them off at 7 a.m., picks them up at 7 p.m. She's been doing it for years. She's been wanting this, so she manifested me into her life. I went to my daughter's orientation at school, no lie. And you guys should learn this. When things don't go right, be aware. Open your eyes and be in the moment, because you're being led to something and you'll miss it if you're not in the moment. If you start getting mad or frustrated, it blocks your opportunity, because all you can see is what's happening below the surface. Rise up above it and be aware something's happening. I get chills when I talk about this. It's so true. So I come to the school and I'm the only one there, and hundreds of people with no kid. And I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. I should have paid attention to these days. I'll do it now. And so, I'm there and I go through this line and line and line, and the lady says, okay, you're going to go to your letter, and my daughter's last name is A. So the table's wide open. No one's there. Everybody else has lines. So I'm like, cool. I walk up and I say, Aguilera. Bella is her name. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, here's her name. And she's flipping through the schedules and she's like, this is really strange. Her schedule is not here. And I'm like, this is clue number one. And she's like, and I'm like, that's okay. Where do I go to get it? And she's like, you're going to have to go stand in that line over there. And she points to this line that's just so long. And I'm like, well, I'm going there for a reason. So I go stand in this line, and I'm just standing there. And out comes this lady out of the blue. And she's all, is anybody in this line that needs a schedule? Not one person says a thing. And I said, excuse me, what did you say? What are you in this line for? I said, I need my daughter's schedule. And she says, okay, come here, I'll help you. So she comes in here and she takes me in and she says, you have to go down to that office over there. And so I go into this office over there, and there's 4 desks, and it's chaos. It's just pandemonium. And you know that these are the 4 versed, skilled people that know everything, right? It's probably the principal, the vice principal, whatever. And this one lady, she's got a person asking her this and asking her this and asking her this, and she's helping people in line, and she's just got this whole thing going. And so I'm 3 people back, and I'm observing this, and it comes to me, as God is my witness, I swear on my children's grave, this is what happened. She looks up at me and she says, I'm sorry if I seem a little frazzled. And she's not having a bad day. She's not crabby. She's not angry. She's still happy, She says, I'm sorry if I seem a little frazzled. And with tears in her eyes, she says, my daughter's at middle school orientation by herself, and I would give anything to be with her. And I was like, that is exactly why I was put here. And I grabbed her name, and she said, and plus I didn't get my coffee. I'm like, oh my God, you didn't just say that too. Right? So and I know that that whole thing happened for me to meet that lady. So I'm in the car making a card, putting a Starbucks card in it to her name, sending it to the school district, and I'm going to make a new friend. And I can't wait to see where this goes, right? And that's what I do on a daily basis. My radar is pilled for what I can add value into somebody's life, how I can just touch somebody's heart, how I can just say thank you, or hey, this is great. So back to school pictures posted on Facebook, you guys. Go rip those pictures. One of my very deepest friends today came from a card that I sent to them back of the picture that they posted of their child going to 1st grade. I just took the pictures that they posted. I even have this on my YouTube channel where I show how I did it. I just put the picture and I said, some pictures belong on print. That's it. It wasn't even a card, it was a postcard. I just dropped her collage right on there. I went save, insert, this picture belongs on, some pictures belong on print, enjoy, send. And I sent it to her business. If I don't have people's home addresses, I'll send it to their work anytime I can on purpose, because I want them to walk around and share it with people, right? When somebody dies or passes away, I will do a memorial card. And not just a memorial card for my friend. I want the mother's address, I want the father's address, I want the grandparents' address, I want any other siblings, and I want any other children. And all I do is make it in loving memory of jumbo card on the front with their pictures and their sibling all on the inside. No names, no words, no nothing, send. That's it. I just rekindled a really, really old relationship that meant the world to me of somebody. I don't know if you guys saw the post of the kids' pictures on my Facebook wall, but one of my very dearest friends was my first person that I ever taught how to do hair. And today she owns a very successful salon out in Palm Springs. But when my partner and I separated, 9 years into business, it gets dirty and everybody goes their separate ways, and we never had contact again. Well, her 2 children, I practically helped raise them. She lived with me when one was born. And so one of them has 2 kids, and the other one has never been able to have children. And the other one posted on Facebook one day, because she doesn't live here, "I can't wait to come visit my niece and nephew. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to give you hugs and kisses." And I just had a prompting, and I reached out to her privately, and I said, "Ashley, what's your mailing address?" That's all I said. "What's your mailing address?" And she gave it to me. And so I took all the pictures of her little nieces and nephews, and I just put it all over a card and on the front, and no words, and sent it to her. And she just called me just like bawling. She's like, "Oh my gosh, can you send this to my mom and my sister?" And I'm like, "I would love to." And so then I sent it to the mom and the sister. They hit yesterday. They blew up my Facebook page. And it filled that hole in my heart of them ever wondering if I still loved them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cry. Anyway, so these are powerful. This is not about a card. It's about what the card can do inside another person that you couldn't do if you sent them on a vacation, bought them a new car, bought them a $100 gift certificate to Fleming's. Nothing is more powerful than what these cards can do in another person's life. And so get in this habit of every day. If you back to the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is put out into the world what you want back. Your skin won't crawl and your hairs stand up if you don't, for it to be real. It's so real to me. It's called feeding your pipeline, your gratitude pipeline, every single day. Test it. Send out 50 cards telling people that you hate them and you can't stand them and you don't ever want to talk to them again, and see what your life is like. Just test it. If you don't believe me, test it. And let people know how much you appreciate them. Here's what I can stress. This is for all of you people in business and in sales. Here's where everybody goes wrong. I'll tell you where you go wrong. I will meet someone that's in insurance. I'll have somebody that is showing to someone in insurance, and they'll call me and they'll say, "Oh, they're so excited about it and they really want to do it, but they're going to get permission from their company to see if they can use the logos." And I'm like, "No, just don't do that. You just messed everything up." This is not about that company. This is about you as a person, as an individual. If I'm a hairdresser and I'm going to send you cards, I want you to fall in love with me for me and who I am. I'm not going to sell the company that I work for to you and make you fall in love with it, because when I leave to go open my own salon, or when I go to another salon, you're going to follow me, no questions asked, because you love me. Do you get it? And that's where people go wrong. If you're a mortgage person, if you're an insurance agent, if you're a tax prepper, whatever people are called, send your cards from you. Thank your customer for allowing you to do their taxes. Don't put your brand of your companies on the back of the card. Let them fall in love with you. Do you get it? Love on their children. Love on their children. Oh my gosh, when you send a card to a child, they're yours forever. I have a friend, this tough guy, Brian, tough guy, he's super tough, and his daughter turned 8 years old, and he did this beautiful tribute of his daughter, maybe 6 years old. 6. She's 8 now, 6. Tribute on Facebook. All I did is take his tribute, put it on a card with the pictures that he posted, added some brownies, and said, "Dear Peyton, I know you're not old enough to be on Facebook, and I want you to be able to see what your daddy said about you today." So the kid cried, the dad cried. The dad says, "I would beat anybody's face in that made my kid cry, but this one." And I don't do that to try and get a customer. I don't do that to try and make money. I do that to just feel good, to make someone laugh, and to make a stamp on somebody's heart. And you know you got to go from their head to their heart. The 18 inches from the head to the heart is the longest journey ever, right? Have you guys ever heard that? Yes. When you're in their head, you're a salesman. When you're in their heart, you're a friend. Do you get it? Yeah. So when somebody that you're not in love with tells you a story about something, they're selling you. But when somebody that you're in love with is telling you a story, they're sharing a story with you. They're giving you something. So in every other network marketing company on the planet, it starts in their head, or on their skin, or in their stomach, or on their arm, or in their butt, or on their legs. Do you get me? When somebody opens a card, where does it start? Right in the heart. That is why this company is the most used product in the network marketing industry by people in network marketing. Let that sink in. All these people out there that claim, I'm in relationship marketing, but yet you're not building relationships with our service, with our tool, you're missing the link. If I would have had this in my first network marketing business, I can't even tell you what I could have done, but it didn't exist yet, okay? And that's the beauty of what technology has allowed us to be able to do today. So every day when your feet, not even when your feet hit the floor, when your eyes open and you reach over and you grab your smartphone and you open it up to see what's happened in the world the night before, start at Facebook, and I promise you, if your intention is to see who are you going to put a smile on their face today, the right people will pop up on your feed every single day. You'll have people pop up that you haven't seen, that you didn't even know were on Facebook because you haven't talked to them in so long. They'll pop up on your wall and you'll hear, oh my gosh, they just had their baby last night. I didn't even know they were pregnant. Boom, right? What's their address? What's your address? They're going to give it to you. Ask the grandma, hey, what's their address? Go find out who their husband or their brother or their sister was. Go on to a post, see who made a comment, and say, hey, I'm trying to send a surprise gift to so-and-so, and we're mutual friends. Do you know their mailing address? Get sneaky. The more sneaky you are, the more surprised you are. The more of the wow you give to somebody else, the more you're going to get. Do you get what I'm saying here? I'm in the back of an Uber. I have habits. I ride Uber a lot. We barely drive anywhere out here because we don't need to. And so every time I get in an Uber, I have a same habit. I'm going to spark a conversation with the Uber driver. If he's got any type of feedback, I'm going to move forward there. If not, I go right into my Facebook feed. I scroll, boom, card, done, gone. And that just keeps my law of reciprocity of putting goodness out to bringing me goodness back in every place I go and everything I do. I'll get people every day. If you go scroll my Facebook wall, every day I've got people posting. And that's just this much of the people that actually put it on Facebook. The rest of them don't put it on Facebook. They do it to me privately, or they'll send me a text, or they'll send me a phone call or something like that. And I do it so often I can't tell you who doesn't reply. I don't know. I don't know who doesn't reply. I don't focus there. And that's okay, because I don't send it for an intention of a reply. I send it because I want to send it. And if you will remove the expectation of return from your giving, do not give with the expectation of somebody giving you something back. Remove the energy. Trust me on this, you guys. Just trust me on it. And teach somebody else how to do the same thing. I go to parties all the time. I'm a huge party person because I have so many friends. I have so many friends, and they're always doing something, and they're always inviting me, right? And why are they inviting me? Because I'm nice. They want me to come there. They know and they'll ask me, are you going to send a card? What? You know, and trust me, it backfires on me too, because my friends are like, you know, we really expected that we would get a card from that event. You know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. I seriously am to the point where I could hire people to work for me to do nothing but send cards, which is what my daughter is being primed to do. My daughter's 13. She will already make $1 million by the time she's 18 and send out cards. You mark my words, because she's already being primed for it at this young age. You know what I'm saying? She's already being. She gets in the car, sends a card. She's, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for this, and making grandmas smile, and she's learning quickly. She gets a lot more birthday presents and a lot more graduation presents and a lot more Christmas presents. The more cards she's sending, you know, she gets it. Okay, I got my last few minutes, so I want to make sure that I'm doing this. So if you're in business, start attracting to you the people you want in your life by putting kindness out to them. We send two types of cards here. Give to give, give to get. Only send the first one. Don't send the second card. I messed up by doing that. I have many accounts that I started off with in big business accounts that I let them send a give to get card first, and it failed. Epic fail. And that made our company look bad because I gave the wrong advice. When I now coach people, the first thing you're going to do, and here's the tip. When I enroll somebody, what I want them to do within the first 2 weeks is send out 2 huge gratitude campaigns to the people in their business and to the people in their life. 2 gratitude campaigns before anything. Because what I want is on day 4, them getting all those text messages, there goes my chills again, and them calling me going, I've had grown men call me and can't even talk because they're crying, because they can't tell me what's happening inside of them by the way they feel from what people have responded to them. That's what you want. That's what you want. And then now from there, you can flip it and you can spin it. And you can say, let me show you how I did this so you can put this in your world too. That's what you guys got to get good at, is if this makes you feel so good, why would you not want to share it with your friends? Why would you not want to do that? So when I go anywhere, I get somebody that I'm with to send a card to someone that they care about. And I'll say to them, hey, do you have kids? Do you have grandparents? Let's send your kids pictures of their first day of school to your grandparents. Let's do this. You're going to love it. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then the grandparent gets it, and the grandparent does the work for me. Do you get it? The grandparent does the work for me. If you can get another person to send out into their network, give the recommendation. When I'm doing a demo, I do lots of demos all day long. I'm doing demos all day long from Facebook. Somebody will post a picture, and I will message that person, and I'll say, dude, you got to send this to someone in your family on a card. That's the best picture ever. And they're like, okay, let's do it. And I'll just do that all the time. Wedding pictures, you got to send this on a card. Dog pictures, you got to send this on a card. And I'll just message them. You want to send this on a card? Let's send it on a card right now. And that, I get them on the phone, and I do the demo, and I give the power of suggestion of who I want them to send it to. Because I don't want them to send it to themselves. That's what they want to do. Oh, I want to send it to myself. Nope, I'm sending you a card. You're going to send it to somebody else. You know, and then I send a card to them. They send a card out, and you let these cards do the work. And I'm telling you, the more cards you send, the more faster your network is going to grow. Do not hoard your points. Do not try and not be a card sender. And I will tell you this, you will get a 60% higher response when you add brownies. There's something about it. Even if you're sending brownies to someone who won't even eat them, it's still don't send a postcard, send a card. Don't send a card, send a gift. Do you get it? If you're sending cards, upgrade to postcards. If you're just sending cards, start adding brownies. Do you get it? Or a key, whatever, add something to it. It makes a difference. All right, we're going to do also a question and answer series. So I know a lot of you guys said you have questions. Write them down, please, because we're going to take Jerry and I are going to take 15 minutes, and we're going to do a Q&A section at the end so you guys can ask questions. Because as you can see, everybody has the same questions, no matter what it is that you're doing in your world, whether you're using it for business or you're using it for pleasure. So my last 2 minutes is, if you can see why I do this as a business, and why I don't go open another business again, is I could go open any business on the planet. I could go get my real estate license and become the most successful realtor overnight. I could open another salon and I could pack it right now. I can open any business and make it be successful overnight. But I would rather teach other people how to do it in their already existing dreams that they have, that they're trying to either save or grow. And then if you're not somebody who has already an existing dream or is in your passion, then I get to teach you how to go do what I'm doing and share it with other people that are doing it in their existing dreams and passions. Because a dream and a passion that you're building is a unit of distribution. Do you get it? It's a unit of distribution. And because there is no competition in this company, anybody who is growing their business and having success and growing their life and making new friends, what is the worst thing that they could ever stop doing? Sending cards and gifts, right? And there's no place else for them to go to do what we do for cheaper, better, more affordable, and faster and more convenient. So they're not going to leave. That's why this company has the longest standing customers of any company in the industry, because there's nowhere to jump to. No next free samples, or no next, you don't hit a plateau, you don't lose all your weight, you still stay fat here and send out cards, All right, so thank you guys. All right, Michael, come back up.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Was that unbelievable? I mean, it's like send out cards on steroids. She thinks of things